Okay, our next segment is all about giving you valuable information when it comes to buying a house, and we're going to discuss a topic that not many people know about: title insurance, which is probably one of the most important aspects of buying a home, folks. So I brought in an expert to break it all down, all the information you need to know about. I'd like to welcome real estate agent Vicki Johnson back to the show. Hi. Thank you for being our expert. We can always rely on you to educate us when it comes to real estate, because that's everybody's dream, right? To buy a home, to be a homeowner.
Right. And as we've mentioned before, it's one of the biggest financial transactions most people undertake. So it's good to go in there, be informed, have a great realtor, but also know yourself what all the ins and outs of buying real estate's about.
And you've got some stories as well to kind of help everybody understand.
I think we learn well by hearing stories. We can relate to them. Well, title is the ownership of the property, like a pink slip on a car. But title on land is much more complicated. It has a longer history. There's sales, there's mortgages, there's quit claims, divorces, death. And title insurance protects the owner, the new buyer, and the new mortgage holder from any defects that may have been in that title or exist in the title. So the insurance insures, protects you against any title problem.
Talk about what clouds mean, because we know we're in the industry, or I was, but not everybody gets what a cloud is.
Yeah, well, there's many reasons that the ownership interests may be vague. Say there's a quitclaim deed. That's very common today in divorce situation where one spouse quit claims the deed to another spouse. But if the documents weren't signed properly and then that property is sold, then there could be problems. But title insurance at the close goes back, researches all of that chain of ownership.
Easements, possible easements on the property. I mean,
Mineral
you need
rights.
to know everything.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Mineral rights is huge.
Especially in Texas.
Right? Any place, don't even get me started on the fracking whole thing.
Yeah.
So then Daniel Boone, why did he have to move? What was his plan?
Again, there was the title industry wasn't as sophisticated as it was, didn't have in the title insurance. So there was a debate about who owned the property, and ultimately it wasn't Daniel Boone. So now we have title insurance, and title insurance protects you. A title insurance company, of course, wants to make sure the research is done, that everything's fair and square, but any case that it isn't, you're going to be protected financially.
Again, my personal story to tell you how important title insurance is.
Absolutely. And off camera, I'll tell you about some ways that you might be able to rectify that, because I work with a great title company, and in addition to doing a great job, they're very educationally oriented. You can go on their website, equitytitle.com, and as a consumer, learn a lot of information. And mistakes like these happen all the time. I have a relative in another state that sold his property, and about 6 months later he got a notice from the city that the property taxes had been paid. Well, it's like, well, I don't own the property, but the property was still in his name because another person in the chain of closing didn't do their job.
Didn't do their job. It takes one person not doing their job, and all of a sudden, the snowball effect, you are in a pickle.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, so title insurance is very important.
I think it's the most important thing. And the thing is, it goes back to getting a reputable real estate agent who has the rapport, who's going to follow up on the paperwork, because I didn't have anybody I was working with, so there was no one to do the paper trail. I just assumed you're getting paid to do your job, you've done your job. Guess what? You need someone to babysit the closing, the whole, the escrow part, and that's why we depend on people like you.
Right. It's like I said, again, it's one of your biggest financial transactions. So you want to be sure that you're dealing with experts, and that's what we're all about, right?
You are. That's why I keep having you back.
Thanks, Taylor.
I mean, I love this, because I wish we would have talked about the title insurance years ago.
Well, I'll give you some hints on what you can do now.
Really, because I was told I was going to hire a lot of attorneys. So if you can help me with all your expertise, I'd appreciate it.
I will.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.